Hello dear students, today we will start with the new part, motion of a body under central forces. So when a body is subjected to a central force, what will be the nature of its motion? So here we will include those concepts which have been discussed in our previous lectures, reduction of two body problem to one body problem. So the equation of motion of reduced one body problem is given by mu d2r vector upon dt2, it is equal to f21 vector. So this formula we represent it by equation number 1, and we have derived this formula in the article where we have studied that how we can reduce two body problem to one body problem, and mu is the reduced mass of the system, r is the position vector of the one body relative to the other body, and it is a mutual force of attraction between the two bodies. So in that article we have found that F21 it is equal to minus G m1 m2 upon r square r cap. So the equation number 1 can be written as mu d2r vector upon dt2 minus g m1 m2 upon r square r cap. So if you look at the equation carefully, then you will observe this is a value which is a function of r only, because capital G universal gravitational constant, m1 m2 mass of the first and second body respectively, those are constants. So the value of this circle, it depends upon separation only. So we put it equal to Fr. So the equation will be modified like mu r vector double dot mean double derivative, it is equal to Fr r cap. This is equation number 2. So now, as we have studied in lower classes as well, and in one of the previous lectures, that whenever a body is moving under the effect of central forces, the motion of a body is in a plane. You can take the example of Earth moving around a sun, it is an example of gravitational force of attraction, which is a central force, and the motion of Earth around Sun is in an elliptical orbit, and ellipse is a planar shape. So here we will be using plane polar coordinates. Because motion of the body will be in a plane, so we will be using plane polar coordinates. So as we have studied in plane polar coordinates, velocity is given by r vector dot, which is equal to r dot r cap r theta dot theta cap, and acceleration is equal to r double dot. First derivative gives velocity, second derivative of position gives acceleration. So it is r double dot minus r theta dot square r cap plus 2r dot theta dot plus r theta double dot theta cap. So we will use this value of acceleration in equation number 1. So we will get mu into r double dot minus r theta dot square r cap 2r dot theta dot r theta double dot theta cap. It is equal to fr r cap. So now we mark this as equation number 1. So here we compare the coefficients of r cap. So when we compare the coefficients of r cap, r double dot r theta dot square, it is fr so mu r double dot minus mu r theta dot square, it is equal to fr. We have opened the bracket. So mu r double dot, it is equal to fr plus mu r theta dot square. So we mark this as equation number 3. So it is a equation of motion of reduced one body problem. This is the equation what we wish to find. It is the equation of motion of reduced one body problem under the effect of central force. So now in this equation we have compared the coefficient of r cap, but there is one more term which involves the coefficient of theta cap. So what that term gives to us? Comparing coefficient of theta cap it is mu to r dot theta dot r theta double dot, it is equal to 0, because on the right hand side there is no coefficient of theta cap. So now we will see what this equation reduces to. So it can be written like this: d by dt of r square theta dot you differentiate this and you will get this equation. So it is a reverse step of that. D by dt of mu is constant, can be taken inside. So derivative of a quantity is 0, so that quantity is constant. So dear students, you might have studied this quantity in lower classes. It is of the form of m r square theta dot is omega, because omega is equal to d theta by dt, it is theta dot. So what is this quantity? This is called angular momentum. So this is L is equal to constant. So it means angular momentum of a reduced one body system is constant when it moves under the effect of central forces. So this completes our first part. So it involves two things. In the first part we derived the equation of motion for a reduced one body under the effect of central forces. In the second part we proved that when that body moves, it moves with constant angular momentum. So continuing the article, for the motion of a body under central forces, now we will derive the expression for total energy. Total energy of a reduced mass system. As we know, total energy is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. So kinetic energy is half mu v square. Mu is reduced mass, v is velocity of the reduced mass. We represent potential energy by symbol capital U, as velocity is given by in plane polar coordinates r cap, theta cap. So in magnitude, velocity will be r dot square r theta dot square. So it is r dot square r square theta dot square. So when we substitute this velocity in equation number 1, then we will get half mu r dot square theta dot square plus u. So when we open the bracket, half mu r dot square half mu r square theta dot square plus u. So as we just proved mu r square theta dot is equal to capital L, then theta dot is equal to L upon mu r square. So we substitute in the second term. So this term comes out to be half mu r dot square. This is kinetic energy term, and when we solve this, it is L square upon 2 mu r square. It is centrifugal potential energy. This is gravitational potential energy. So the total energy of a reduced mass system in central forces, it will be involving of three terms. This is the kinetic energy of motion of the body. This is the standard gravitational potential energy. It is due to the gravitational force between the two bodies. And this term, it is called centrifugal potential energy, which is due to the rotational motion of the body. Which is due to the rotational motion of the body. So the total energy we have proved will be equal to sum of three terms: kinetic energy, centrifugal potential energy due to rotational motion, gravitational potential energy. So dear students, in this first part of the motion of a body under the effect of central forces, we have derived the first equation of motion. Secondly, proved that when a body moves under the effect of central forces, angular momentum is constant. Then we have derived the expression for total energy, which is found to be consisting of three terms. Keep in touch. That's all for today. Thanks a lot.